Welcome to the Savvy Radio Show with your host, the Savvy Landlord. Up next is the best deal ever. On Fridays, check out all episodes on SavvyRadioShow.com.
Oh, it is Fabulous Friday. Scott England, man, my new homie.
What's going on?
Bringing it back. He's got 2 deals he's going to break off. We're going to keep him separate, so you keep tuning back into the Savvy Radio Show. That's what you just tuned into. So, Scott, you just mentioned something about return on time.
That's right. It's kind of a concept I've really been trying to explore lately. Trying to get
ROI?
better. Yeah.
So what rate of return on your time?
ROT maybe? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to trademark that.
Hey, you better trademark your little
right.
company too.
So I got to thinking about some deals that had a significant return on time, and I thought of 2. And the first one is the fastest, the ratio where I have lost the most amount of money in the fastest amount of time.
That's like going to the mall.
When
I get back in the car, I'm like, dang, how much did I just spend?
It's worse than that.
Okay, so return on your time.
The return on time, right? So this is right after. I mean, I had just gone full-time real estate, right?
Okay, so you made the commitment.
I'm hungry. I'm ready to go. I'm out. I'm looking to make something happen, right?
Anywhere and anywhere.
I will jam that square peg into that round hole, right?
Welcome to the entrepreneur.
That's right. So, lined up an agent, lined up it was our first set of showings. There was a duplex that came on the market, nice looking duplex. It was,
so the real estate agent shows you the property.
Shows me the property.
Duplex. What was it? Antiquated? Was it?
No, it was actually
rehabbed.
It was rehabbed.
Okay, ready to roll.
Ready to roll.
No tenants.
No tenants.
How much was it?
$250,000.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to pause. so $125,000 aside. You probably learned that by now,
right? So, but I knew I was going to offer them lower, right?
Okay,
but it was in a suburb. It was a nice community.
Is this Oklahoma City or
on
Tulsa?
A golf course? It was the Oklahoma City metro area. Yeah.
On Quail Creek?
No, it was not. It was in Yukon.
Okay, on a golf course. Okay, I'm just trying to get perspective.
Yeah, so I bust up in there like I know exactly what I'm doing.
Welcome to the club. We know everything.
Right, I did. Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
a real estate investor.
That's right. I listened to a couple of your podcasts and I was ready to go.
I should put that disclaimer on there. You will lose money if you listen to this show.
No, you just have to take it in the right context.
Okay, awesome. So all right, so you're in there.
So I bust up in there.
$250 before you got there.
I see one unit. No, I'm sorry. There was a tenant. I bust up into the one unit.
That's vacant?
It's vacant.
Okay. So the other side's already taken?
I look around. This is it. This is a good one. Let's do this.
This happened to me
Let's
before.
make an offer to 210, whatever I offered, $5,000 earnest money. Boom, get it done.
Okay, lock it up.
Lock it up.
What was the rent on the other side? I'm gonna bust you. I'm gonna bust you on this one. So what was the rent?
It's like it. Well, the lease said $995 or something, right? But the dude was paying like $7.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Because he was quote unquote the maintenance guy
for 2 units. Great for himself and maybe somebody next door that's vacant.
And that.
So $200 discount off his rent.
Yeah, and I don't, man. It was like the dude's brother-in-law. I don't know. Yeah,
they all lie.
So
everyone lies.
But I'm like, no, I can get like the market rent's $1,200. I can get this for whatever.
It's on the country club.
I was squeezing and fudging as much as I could to get the deal to work, right? So I make an uninformed, impulsive offer, and
they accept it at 210 or whatever.
Well, we went back and forth a little bit, but it ended up around. I think I offered 2, and we ended up around 210, something like that.
Okay, so you get it under contract.
Yeah. We're under contract.
Okay. So
and in hindsight, I can be honest about it, but I start finding problems, right? I start finding problems with the tenant that's in there. And granted, some of them were legit. Like supposedly he texted, long story. We end up texting and he's like, yeah. And he's trying to justify his rent. And he's like, yeah, there was some fire damage that I fixed up. And he replaced or he fixed some plumbing under the stairs, things like that.
This is not going good.
So red flags, and then I'm already having cold feet. Like, man, I don't know about this.
$5,000 I know what you're going through. This earnest money is pulling on your heart.
It is, and so
I don't want to lose 5 G's.
and the one mistake my agent, I mean, I was blaming everybody I could at the time, but the one mistake my agent did make is that within the inspection period, I made a kind of a counter offer or an updated offer.
Retrade or
Right. So, essentially it was a much
concession,
lower, right.
if you don't know what that is, folks.
So he doesn't submit the offer. They have a conversation with the other agent. Well, kind of to just cut to the chase, the other agent, I felt like he stalled until the inspection period was over, right?
Your guy?
No, the
other one.
the other agent.
Okay.
But my agent didn't.
Push him.
This dude, he's a good guy, good
Sure.
agent. I mean, we
Yeah,
have
don't
since
tell me
parted,
his name. I don't
parted
want his name.
ways.
Don't tell me
No,
his
but
name.
he's a good dude. He
I don't
made a
wanna
mistake.
know.
I mean, we both made mistakes. I mean,
Sure.
But so anyway, inspection period
Goes hard.
is done, and there's no official
Way to get out?
Yep. So, but I say I'm not buying it. And then so we start playing chicken, the seller and I, and we end up in mediation.
Wow. This is great. Your first deal on the radio. Yeah, we were in mediation.
Yeah, maybe air this one.
Well, I thought the Oklahoma contract is written for the buyer. Isn't there another? There's no other way. So this guy threatened to sue you to execute the contract.
Yeah, and
the earnest money wasn't enough.
Earnest money's in there. I mean,
And-
it's
and
just
he-
sitting
he-
five. I got $5,000 sitting in
Escrow account
an
somewhere.
escrow account for months. We end up finally making it to mediation. We're in there for 3 hours, and
Okay,
they're
how
nice
long?
people.
How long this goes on for?
Oh man,
Like months?
months.
So this guy, this idiot seller. No offense. I mean, think about it. Should have just let this go because he lost all that revenue.
he should have,
I mean, just realistically,
right?
just take the I don't know. So
yeah.
for months he can't sell it.
Right.
He's in limbo. He's got the $900 hustle guy, $700 hustle guy, or his relative.
Yeah, he can't sell it for the price.
It's got to be worth $200,000 because he's got to. I mean, I'm close to it. You're not that dumb,
right.
I'm like, we're
Right.
all
roughly
dumb.
200, I think. Yeah.
Roughly around there. So he's
Yeah.
got a mortgage on it.
Yeah, I think so.
So okay, I'm just playing like more into the deal. All right, so you go to mediation. They're nice people, you say.
They are. They're very. They're
So you're sitting across the
kind of
table.
a retired couple. Sitting across from them. They're very. I mean, they are nice people.
Nice people get burned.
And we weren't arguing, or it took us a while, and at some points we kind of got argumentative, but it was a very it was a perfectly fine conversation, very professional and
Was your
respectful.
realtor involved this whole time, or did he step
My
out?
realtor and my agent and his broker.
Cool.
Yeah. And
Interesting. Usually they bail out.
their agent, yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Well, they did eventually.
These
They
type of
did,
people.
yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch what I'm saying here.
So
most realtors are like, okay, I'm not getting paid. I'm out.
yeah, I think they were trying to be professional.
That's
and,
cool.
And they had they made a mistake as I did and as everybody did.
Sure. So they were accountable. Okay.
Right.
So how'd you negotiate at the end here? So you got the mediator in this room.
I thought I could wear them down and get my money back, but they were walking out the door. Like their bottom line was $2,500. They'll split it with me, right? And he had all these documentations of lost supposedly lost rent and
So you learn. Okay, this is a good
utilities
story,
and
man.
such.
You should write a book. I mean, this is interesting because anyway. So you negotiated.
So I'm like, all right, I'm not UN. I'm not gonna blink. I mean, I'll blink. I'm just gonna eat the $2,500.
I've lost way more than that, buddy.
Well, the thing is, did you lose it in 7 minutes?
Well, that's how long the negotiation took.
No, that's how long it took me to
buy the house.
to make that decision to lose $2,500. Yeah.
But months of time.
Well, I also lost. Right. I also lost all. Yeah. I mean,
No, but you didn't lose. You gained all that knowledge, negotiation, the
Absolutely.
will to fight, the desperation to keep the money.
absolutely.
I think those are, I don't think I've ever told this story somewhere, but I wanted to be in the club business so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I rented this place, where the body piercing place is?
Yeah.
Okay, Cheevers is? There's that little gas station right there.
yeah.
I rented that place, and I was a young promoter and a guy that was large, had a lot of money. He's like wanted to be my investor, and he was investing in a bunch of raves at the time, and I was doing
nice.
raves, and he had all the money, and he's like, I'll invest in you if you open the club. Nope. So I'm thinking, bam, this dude's going to give me whatever I need. So I find that building. It was dilapidated. I rented it out for $1,200. It was $900 a month and a $300 deposit. Now, of course, I didn't know anything. So my last $1,200 I ever owned at that time, I handed this lady $1,200 and I rented the club. Or it was a gas station at the time.
Yeah.
And so I called my investor. Hey, I got this place. It's money. It's right by Body Piercing. It's on 23rd. It's going to be a great bar. He walks in there. No. And walks out. Wow. Well, now I always get the money up front, just so you know. So if we're ever going to do a deal, like,
yeah.
either you get to show me proof of funds. I love
That's
that
right.
comment.
Yeah.
But I mean, I learned so much. It was the best $1,200 I ever spent. I suffered so much through that. I couldn't pay my rent that time, and but it's a school of hard knocks. And I love that you're the first guy I've asked to do a deal that came up and was just humble and say, "This is where I failed to succeed." And I think that's wonderful, man. I think that's awesome, dude.
Well, it did. I mean, it taught me
negotiating.
I learned a lot about that entire process. And what it did ultimately is it got me off of the acquisition strategy path that I was on. I mean, I won't even call it a strategy.
You would have burned.
It was me not being humble and me thinking, I mean, I had to have the confidence to really make the move I was making, but that confidence, I think at the time, this was a few years ago, it overlapped with, and I was a little too. I was overconfident in my ability at the time, and so, but it got me off of that path and made me think, okay, dude, I have to rethink and reboot what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I want to end. This is a great deal. All right, so I'm gonna do one more. I bought a house in Mesa Park. Thought I was doing something. Thought I was a superstar. Just when the bank said, "Go ahead," they gave me the line of credit. Go, Mr. Van Gallenberg. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, this is Mesa Park.
Yeah.
I bought this house. I walked around the side. All the bricks were off it on the side. And I'm like, how the F do you fix bricks? Well, we fix bricks, but I just figured it out. I mean, I lost so much, but man, it's a great story. I appreciate you coming back and being humble. So what'd you learn? What was the ultimate thing that you learned out of that deal?
I learned I learned not to go into acquisitions without an acquisition strategy. And it ultimately forced me to develop one. Well,
do you think that you were just so desired to be in the game that it overrid all your senses, especially being a guy that was analyzing and underwriting loans?
Right. I mean, and the thing is I went through the motions of the analysis, right? I was looking at, the costs and
return on investment.
I was going through all those motions. I mean, and it wasn't necessarily a bad deal. I think it could have been an okay deal ultimately, but the way that I approached it, and my haste and my inexperience essentially led to the outcome.
That's awesome. You know what's awesome about the thing too is what I got out of your deal just right then. I was like, in my mind, what did I get out of this? Effing tenant. Because I mean, now I'm all up on people's tenant. How long they been at? Where's their lease? How long they been there? What's their plans? Do they have an animal? Have they had an animal? Let me see their unit. Normally, I would just see the vacant.
Right.
But now, even just hearing your conversation, I know this deal is the best deal for somebody out there because you need to know this stuff. I mean, repairing fire damage. I'm like, was that disclosed?
No.
I mean, think about it. Like, I did some plumbing. I mean, this is a guy that's getting a deal on rent on a $125,000 unit.
Right. Yeah.
Paying $700. I mean, even 1% doesn't even calculate. That's like, I mean, all right, man. I can't wait to have you on deal number 2. Appreciate your time.
Thank you,
man.
Investor Weekend is not far off, with over 10 information sessions to increase your portfolio. Log on to www.investorweekend.com. Whether you are a seasoned investor or never purchased a property before, you don't want to miss the Investor Weekend. Join us for a powerful, knowledge-packed weekend with over 10 informational sessions that are bound to enlarge your real estate investments. You will hear from the best national and local real estate investors that will share practical and relevant experiences with you, the investor. There will be several networking sessions to connect with other like-minded people for potential funding, partnerships, and yes, hot deals. Go to www.investorweekend.com. Did you know we meet once a month for the Landlord Lunch Meeting, the third Wednesday of every month? go to landlordlunch.com.